Yo, what is going on YouTube? It is your boy Jamin. And look, yo, today I'm coming back with an event. Now, look, before we do anything, appreciate all y'all for love support. We are starting road to 5K subs. Y'all make sure to like, subscribe for your boy J Man. Look, man, Glove Motion all 2025. Let's get to it, okay? Now, look, I know y'all been wondering, J Man, where you been? Bro, I have not been on stream these last couple of days because I've had dealt with the worst headaches, and I'm gonna tell you guys why, okay? Now, before I even get to my topic, I've already spoke on the old head community before, and a lot of y'all got upset, but I didn't lie in my video, right? Because I stated things based on what I dealt with, right? And for some reason, it's like every time when I load up the game, when I tell myself like, nah, bro, I'm good, I'm gonna play college football, and I over outplay college football, and I load up this game, I just see the old head community just be the worst players, bro. And I'm not even talking about skill wise. I'm talking about IQ wise. Okay. Now I'm gonna say this before anybody that's an old head watches this video. If you're gonna say, "Oh, bro, now y'all just be whining and complaining," if you have zero footage on your channel, you ain't streaming 5 to 6 years, I'm not gonna pay you any mind, bro. So I mean, you can go ahead and put any comments you want to put, but just know I'm gonna ignore it because I don't have time to see the nah, y'all don't know how to play, blah, blah, blah. If I don't see any footage, you're really like, I don't even care at this point. You see what I'm saying? But look, I want to say this. Every time when I load up the game, okay, even if I were to stream right now, I will have a go through hell experience because majority of the players that are playing this game, and I understand the game is free. We get all of that, which we talked about that in our last or the last two videos we dropped. I told y'all that's been the cycle of a next gen 2K. The game comes out, is talked about for 2 weeks. Eventually, 2K touches the game without letting the community know. It dies down. Majority of the community leaves. They put the game on sale, and eventually the game is free. Rinse and repeat, recycle. Right? Terrible way of how 2K is going now. We get all of that, right? But some of y'all old heads have played over 500 to 700 plus games, and for some reason, some of y'all just are delusional. Not even delusional, but like you cannot compete with these people. Meaning you can't have a mind of I just want to win. Y'all know me when I play in these game modes, especially in a 5v5 setting. I just want to win. I don't care if I got 5 to 7 points. Now, if I'm losing and I'm not involved, yeah, I'm gonna want to try to do something that I want to be a part of that, right? But if I am playing the game, my mindset is on winning, right? But you old heads that play this game, y'all take my mindset from winning to just not wanting to play because that is how bad some of y'all are, right? I'm gonna say this right now, and hear me when I say this. I understand that some of y'all play me in the background when you're whether you're doing your workouts and your whether you're playing the solo, whatever you're doing. These my career games, you got me in the background, whatever it is. I appreciate it, right? But if you know, yo, look, man, I don't really know how to utilize my player, bro. Just don't play in these modes, okay? Because a lot what I've figured out is a lot of y'all are clueless. Y'all don't understand, and it's very disappointing to me because y'all are the old heads of the community. Y'all are supposed to know the game and the sport, and it's like I'm having to teach grown men on how to utilize their build on how to play basketball when I shouldn't have to do all of that. I'm having to talk entirely way too much on fundamentals. Some of y'all old heads are on builds that have all of these type of attributes. But when it's time to play online, you go completely you I mean what's the word I'm looking for? Clueless. You don't know what you're doing. And then when people want to bring up communication, right? Which I've told y'all numerous times into a community, especially in a 5v5 setting, the guard play matters. I understand the logic of whoever has the better center is going to have a chance to win. But if you play in a rec or proving grounds, look at your guard play. I tell you that all the time. Pay attention to your guard play. If your guards are not giving you anything, you're 9 times out of 10 going to get ran out the gym. Because you got to think, and I've said this multiple times, a center can't get no 90 ball handling and no 90 dunk or a 95 plus shooting or something like that. Centers can't get that. The guards are the talented players on the team, right? 9 times out of 10, those are your players to where they're supposed to be able to score the ball, right? And what I've noticed these last couple of days, right? I've been losing games not because of talent, but because of some of y'all oldest, y'all don't know anything about the game nor the sport, bro. And like I said before, it's very disappointing to me because when I made my first video about y'all, I had a lot of people didn't like it. A lot of people didn't like the fact that I was coming for old heads, Poch. I know what I mean, though. You know what I'm saying? Like I was basically saying the old head community, y'all don't know what y'all are doing. A lot of y'all was very upset when I said that. Y'all was like, nah, bro, it's not just old heads. But bro, yes, it is. It is. Because every time I go in the game chat, I hear grown men saying, nah, bro, we gotta play defense. And I'm looking at it like, bro, it's not defense. They're only scoring because we have no identity on offense. And why is that the case? Because you feel the narrative, or I'm a facilitator. Let me explain this to y'all, bro. And I hope y'all hear me loud and clear when I say this. If you've played over 20, if you played over 700 or 500 plus games and you're shooting 22 or 27% from the three, bro, you are not a facilitator. You cannot say, "Oh, bro, it's RNG." No, dog. And you want to know why some of y'all are shooting in these 20%? Now, yes, there's RNG, and again, we get all of that, right? There's a slingshot, and again, we get all of that. But you don't shoot 20% because of RNG or a slingshot. You do that because you are scared to shoot the ball, right? What I noticed is because I look at y'all builds, I don't be in the builder with y'all. I get all of that. I don't be in the builder with y'all. But when I see y'all are on builds that have way better attributes than my slasher, meaning you got the ball handling high, you got the shooting high, you got the finishing high, right? You basically got everything you need in the attributes. Yes, we understand gameplay is terrible. We get all of that. But y'all train a thought of you're just gonna stand there and not do anything. And it's one thing if to lose to somebody, but when you're losing by 35, by 42, I'm not happy with that. I'm not That's not sitting well with me. One, because I make content and people look at me like, oh well, Jay Mill, he a content creator, bro. We just beat them by 30. Like, bro, I'm not gonna be happy because I lose to people that I know are not better than me, which I really like. I don't care if you better than me or not. But a lot of the games that I've lost recently, the people are not better. They just have teammates that are playing smarter. You see what I'm saying? And I told you that in my last video, right? To where, like I said before, what causes bad behavior. A lot of y'all old heads, the way how y'all play, bro, I'd rather want to lose the game than want y'all on the team with my player, bro. Because it's like no matter who I'm playing up against, 2K puts the worst group of old heads on my basketball team. There is no chance, and I mean none whatsoever, of even wanting to communicate. Like at this point, if you down 30, you go in the mic, try to yo, bro, y'all got to try to score. Y'all on guards, right? Man, nah, y'all just bitching. So what are we supposed to do in a 5v5 setting? Just get ran out of gym by 50 points? Y'all help me understand because a lot of old heads, when I get on the mic and I'm like, when they're like, okay, why are we losing? I said, bro, look at the guard play. They'll always say, nah, it's not that, bro. We ain't playing no deep. But I asked this question, why is the other team scoring? Right? Because it's like I have to be the one that's the so-called leader on the team and the one that understands fundamental basketball. The only reason why 9 times it's in these other teams, pay attention, y'all. I'm talking about just in general what I'm saying. Hear what I'm saying. When you play in random rec, pay attention to how the other team is scoring. 9 times out of 10, it's going to be on fast breaks because majority of the time you have no identity on offense. Why is that the case? You got these people who are majority, like I said, old heads on builds that have all these attributes and they're just standing there not doing anything. They say they're a facilitator, but after game I look at the player card, you played over 1,000 games and you got 3,000 turnovers and you shoot 20% from three. You're not a facilitator, gang. I need y'all to stop saying that. You're not. If you know you're not ready to be out in a setting like that, then stop forcing yourself out there. Because what y'all are doing is y'all are ruining the experiences of people that just want to get out there and play basketball and play their role. That's all I want to do. I want to play my role and move on. That's it. I don't need to have the most points. I don't need to be player to have. I just want to play my role and move on. We don't got to add each other. Just play your role, do your job, and we can move on. But it's like you can't even do that, right? You can't do it. I have never seen a worse group of out of any game I've ever played. 25 gotta have a worst group of players that I have ever seen, IQ wise. And when I mean IQ wise, I've witnessed some goofy stuff, but 25, it's like, bro, and like I said, majority of y'all are grown people, and y'all just don't know what y'all doing out here, bro. Y'all have no idea. And I tell myself, like, man, this is why I stopped playing 25, right? But every time when I be like, you know what, I get 2, 3 games in real quick, and I just tell myself it's not worth it anymore because it's really not. It's like people they don't understand basketball. You're not gonna win with one person doing something. You're not. I don't know why y'all think that's how it works, or you think because you're scared to score the ball that you're a facilitator. I'm not buying that bullshit because that's what that is. That's bullshit. You're saying that because you have no confidence. And then what make it frustrating is people really be believing some of y'all. Like, yeah, bro, I'm a facilitator. You know what I'm saying? I don't really be, I let y'all eat. Like, no, you don't do that. You do that because you don't know how to utilize your build. And my thing is this, if that's the case, if I am right, if you don't know how to utilize your build, why are you out on these modes that requires that? You know how these modes are. But you know what it is? And it goes back to my bad behavior comment, right? Some of y'all are just used to y'all are just used to get blown out, right? So to you, it don't really matter. To you, it's a game, it don't matter. But to me, I don't like that. Like I said, it's one thing if I lose to a team, meaning if I lose to a group of randoms, but if I lose by like 5 to 7 points, okay, you know what I'm saying? They just play better, right? But if we're down 40, almost 50 points, bro, I'm gonna have an attitude, yes. And that's the type of teammate you should want on your team. The teammate that cares. But some of y'all, man, y'all just want to complain. Those are the kind of people, I don't know why. That's why I feel like the devs do see my video. It's like they put the people that just don't care on my team with my players. I don't get it, y'all. I don't understand it. And every time when I prove a point, they get mad. They don't like when you speak facts, right? They're like, oh man, you talk as much. Here's the ball. You give my player the ball, I get a bucket. Now what? You see what I'm saying? Not they can't. It's like, and my thing is this: it's not that I want the ball. I want every shot attempt. That's not the case. All I want some of y'all to do is play y'all part, right? Now, there's been rumors that Pro Play's already confirmed for 26. If that's true, then it's a wrap. I promise you. I told y'all before. I don't like the Pro Play movement. I don't like the engine. I don't like what they're doing with gameplay. But if that rumor is true, hey, it's a wrap, bro. I'll see y'all on the EA College Football 26. See what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'll see y'all then, right? But when it comes to the player base, bro, the old head community got to be the worst player base I've ever seen on any game I've played ever. Any game I've ever played, I've never seen a worse group of stupidity and delusional type of people on a game. And majority of the time, the people you're losing to are not even okay. They're bad players. The people to get put in your team are just worse. They're just worse. I know a lot of y'all are gonna be very unhappy with this video because in your mind, man, y'all want to be so disrespectful, blah blah blah, this and that. Well, guess what? Am I telling any lies here? Am I telling any lies? Right? Am I telling any lies? I can't stand when people, if you're gonna be that so-called player to where, you know what I'm saying, you care about winning, then be honest. Stop trying to hold people's hands. The other day I was playing this game, right? The PG was 1 for 5. The shooting guard was 0 for 0. I said, dog, the guards ain't giving us nothing. That's why we're losing, right? Nah, the PG doing fine, bro. You know what I'm saying? He okay. You know what I'm saying? We good. We gotta play D. I said, bro, you're not hearing me. You know what I'm saying? I get you're trying to play this nice role of, hey, let's be nice to each other. But bro, we're losing because your guards aren't doing anything. That is why we're losing. And it and since when was 1 for 5 okay? Since when was that's doing okay? That's fine. That's not okay. But that's where I talk about the bad behavior in my last video. Bad behavior has become a common thing when it comes to this basketball game and this online experience because of the experience of the players on this game. That is why I said the devs don't understand their community because they really don't, right? There's so much bad behavior because of the things that I'm explaining now is true, right? Some of y'all are not understanding on what I mean by when these guys are flat out dumb. And I'm serious. I'm not joking. I am being serious. Like when I'm talking about somebody got to be stupid in the mind, I feel like, bro, there's a lot of people that play this game and y'all are up to age. You don't know how to do, you don't know how to play a role. But then you know what's funny? The same people that play like this, right? And I'm not trying to be, make a joke to people that are actually slow. I'm just saying, the people that play this game make me lose brain cells, bro. It's like when they say their piece of, no, I'm a facilitator or, I'm defense first, but you have zero stops. Your man got 26 points. How are you defensive first? You ain't playing no defense, and your man got the most points. It's like people are scared to be honest because they don't want a teammate that's going to hold them accountable or, what I'm saying, tell them the truth. They want somebody to just, you're down 40, you're down 40. You see what I'm saying? That's how people want you to look at it. But when I got people messaging me, man, bro, you make content, we just beat you by 25. It's like, bro, this is why I get irritated, right? Because people know who I am because I make content and they see majority of the times the teammates that I get on my team don't know what they're doing. So they feel like, hey man, we just beat J Mid, right? Like man, that's crazy, right? Which like I said, I don't care if y'all win or not. It's how are y'all winning though, right? Majority of y'all are winning because I have no guard play when I'm on a specific build. Like right now, I was on Cody's build in the background, right? Obviously, we lost. I'm pretty sure this game had no PG or something like that, right? But when I get on my slasher, because I'll be on Nola's build majority of the time, bro, it be the guard play. Because if I get on Cody's build, and y'all seen it because I've streamed it before, if Cody's not making shots, and yes, Cody's a shooting guard, you're seeing him in the background. If my shooting guard is not making shots, bro, he's gonna play defense. So there's gonna be some type of impact to where, yeah, he not making shots, but hey, he gonna play some D. Y'all, majority y'all old, y'all aren't giving us anything. Well, when it comes to my experience, I'm not getting anything. No defense, no offense, no nothing. But telling me I'm complaining because we're down 40. I'm like, bro, have y'all ever played a sport to where communication, have you ever, and I'm not saying communication like somebody talking the entire game because I can't stand that. And y'all know that, right? I'm talking about somebody that, what are we doing? Like, what's going on? Why are we not shooting open shots? Why are we not playing defense? Why are we just okay with being down 40 points? And it goes everything back to my bad behavior comment. That is the issue. But that's not an excuse. Like I said, some of y'all are up to the age, you don't get no excuses, bro. Because you've been here longer than majority of people that play the game to where you should know better. I'm not saying you got to be some superstar caliber player, but when it comes to the mind and fundamentals, y'all lack that, right? But let me guess. Well, J-Man, how about you play the one? You talk about these guards. We ain't never seen. Bro, y'all seen me play every position when it comes to solo rec at this point. So I don't need to prove anything. I've already proved if I wanted to play the one, I could play the one. If I wanted to play the two, I could play the two. I've already done it multiple times. Y'all seen it. But y'all ignored it. So I don't want to hear, that's what I'm saying. I don't want to see in the comments of people telling me like, oh, bro, you got so much to say, but you don't play the position. I have. Do your homework. If not, shut the hell up talking to me. See what I'm saying? We've already done it. One thing I didn't appreciate when I did do it, a lot of y'all ignored it. Y'all act like it didn't happen, right? Y'all act like it didn't happen. It happened 24. On 2K24, I had Yella playing PG. He had games where he had 28 points and 19 assists with randoms. But y'all ignored that stuff. See what I'm saying? So I don't want to hear all of that stuff. 25 did the same thing. Playing with randoms, finding ways to win, right? But stop getting on the game, ruining people's experiences, bro. I mean, if you really honestly don't know what you're doing, you don't have to play these online modes, old heads. And I'm trying to be nice, but I'm starting to get pissed because when I'm losing to people I know I shouldn't be losing to because of simple stuff, and what make it aggravating, other people on the team don't see it from my standpoint is because they're used to losing. They're used to just losing. They're used to shooting 20%. And I'm gonna say this by the way too. I've been paying attention to why y'all are shooting low percentage. Y'all don't shoot the ball, bro. You don't shoot. You don't shoot the ball, right? Yesterday I was playing, right? I was on Cody's build. We were 0 for 3 from 3 going into halftime. You know what a lot of people on the mic were saying? Man, this guard can't shoot. Y'all know Cody's a shooting guard. They was like, bro, he was like the shooting guard. He need to stop shooting. He can't shoot the ball, right? We finished the game 4 for 7 from 3, y'all. He was 0 for 3 from 3. We finished the game 4 for 7, right? That's because no matter how many shots we're missing, if we're open, we're gonna shoot the ball, bro. That's like if we're not making shots, we're gonna play defense. But it's like some of y'all are to the point to where y'all just out there. Y'all don't know what y'all just out there to lose. And I don't know why 2K consistently puts y'all on my team when it comes to any player that I get on. When it comes to my slasher, my center, which I can't play on my center anymore because it's just there's no point. There's no point in playing center when they're gonna give me guards who don't know what they're doing. Because if I get on my center can score from the post and outside the perimeter and hit shots. Once people see my center can score, they're going to pay attention to that and say, okay, we're going to double the center, right? That's when I go on the mic and I'm like, yo, listen, y'all got to start shooting the ball. But then I'm whining, right? I'm whining and I'm complaining. Bro, we're only down 7 points. We shouldn't be down. Have y'all shoot the ball. Have y'all do y'all job, play y'all role. But it's like saying that is like breaking the law. How dare you try to communicate with your teammates why they're not shooting open shots, why they're not playing defense, right? How dare you have that opinion, right? You have that opinion, you're whining and complaining. This is why when y'all see me in the game chat, when I do stream, I'll be ready to curse folks out, bro. Because it's like, you're not even trying to help. You just okay with losing. But when I call people nobodies, right? I'm the bad guy for it. Because people understand they have seen my name before. They know who I am because I make content. I've been making that name for myself in the Twitter community to where they look at it as, nah, bro, hey, this, and then my first, like I played the other day and I was actually going to stream 2 days ago, right? Well, actually, did I stream? I don't think I did stream 2 days ago. But the guy was like, bro, I've already lost 3 in a row, so it don't really phase me. You used to that. I'm not used to getting dropped off, you know what I'm saying? Doing nothing, just sitting there being okay with losing, right? And I'm just sick of it, y'all. And I don't care if I'm the only one that make these type of videos. I want this to be fixed. Okay? Stop letting, and it's not even letting, okay? My thing is stop putting players. See, the problem with these online modes is 2K mixes it up. They don't put where people are supposed to be placed. For example, in real life in the NBA, if you're not ready, you're in the G League. You got to show this is why you're in there, right? What 2K needs to do, if a dude shoot 20%, give him teammates that shoot 20%. I can assure you he's going to try to play better eventually. Or guess what? He's not going to play at all, which is a good thing in my opinion. Because if you shoot 20%, you're a losing basketball player, in my opinion. If you're shooting 0%, you're a losing basketball player. You're not a winning teammate. That doesn't win, especially when we talk about playing solo. So I don't feel no, bro, but Jay, if you put people that shoot 20%, they're not going to play. Good. That means they sorry. They shouldn't be out there. That's my point, y'all. Who wants to imagine putting somebody, because this is what 2K currently does. Somebody that shoot 55% from three or 50 or 45% from the three. Yeah, let's give you people that shoot 22% and 30% and they got a 31%, right? Which we understand 9 times out of 10, 1% and player status don't mean nothing. But bro, some of y'all show why y'all are on that status or that win percent, bro. Because y'all don't know what y'all are doing. Can't play no defense, don't play no offense, don't shoot the ball, don't have no type of energy, no nothing, dog. And you're surprised when we're losing the game? You're surprised? But let me guess, it's defense because they're getting nothing but fast breaks, right? Old head really tried to explain to me Jalen Brunson don't get this type of treatment, right? And I said, well, Jalen Brunson's not going to sit there in a corner watching the team struggle on offense. Jalen Brunson's going to say, give me the ball and move out of my way. You know what I'm saying? He's going to try to help his team instead of standing in a corner, watching the team have to play iso ball, watching the team struggle because they don't know how to utilize their build or they don't understand what their position is supposed to do. But that's the current state of 2K25. Like I said, yes, the gameplay is the worst it's ever been, right? But the player base has been absolutely embarrassing, bro. Embarrassing, okay? Flat out embarrassing. But other than that, y'all, I don't got really much to say. I'm out of here. There's only gonna be about a 26-minute video. Let me know how you feel this in the comment section. Let me know if you agree or disagree. My opinion's not gonna change, bro. I said what I said, and I feel the same. Until y'all actually play with some sense and realize, okay, I'm at a guard. I got to be able to score. I can't just stand in a corner watching the team ISO. I can't just, well, we got to play some defense when my man got the most points because you have no identity on offense. And people really be saying, you taking that shot, you going up on these. Yeah, it's called being aggressive because y'all standing there being okay with just getting dropped off. But let me guess. J May cares about winning. He has an ego issue. He thinks he's bigger than the program. He thinks he's bigger than the 2A community because he wants to win. Ask yourself that. How does that even make sense? A player that wants to win has an ego now? I would think the goal of playing in these online modes is having the mindset of winning games. That's all I want to do. But I can't do that. I can't even stream because I already know what the experiences is going to be. And that's sad, y'all. That's sad. That I can't even live stream because I already know the experiences. I already know what it's going to be. It's going to be the same thing. People on these builds, all these attributes, but it's them, right? They have no idea what they're doing. I've already said it multiple times, build videos don't really do a difference. Bro, it's just gotten ridiculous at this point, bro. Other than that, y'all gotta be better. I don't care who see this video. I really don't. Like I said, I'm gonna have the same based on my experience. That is what I dealt with. That is what I deal with when I play the game. And I'm tired of it. Because y'all should know better. You should know the game of basketball, how it works. You gotta do something. You can't just sit there and, well, I got 0 points, 0 steals, you know what I'm saying? Hey, but I'm gonna sit in this corner though. I told y'all, you do that, I'm ready to lose. Honestly. I'm gonna show you once I see the guard not doing anything, once I see the guard play non-existent, I'm gonna start shooting full court. And I dare you to get on the mic and say, oh, that's mad weird. You don't think sitting in the corner while watching the team having the ISO is mad weird? But let me show you how about these full court shots. Let me show you how I feel about it, bro. You know what I'm saying? But man, that's why nobody want to play this game. Like y'all are weird. No, people don't want to play the game because y'all are sorry. That's why. That's why people don't want to play because y'all are terrible. And I mean what I say. And do your homework before you come chatting in this comment section. Because like I said, a lot of y'all that be, oh, bro, you ain't never played these positions. Do your homework. I did the same stuff majority of y'all did when it come to playing this game with randoms. I play PG, shooting guard, small forward, power forward, and center with randoms. Did the same thing y'all did. And y'all are older than me. But you know what I noticed? Some of y'all ain't smarter than me. And at this point, that's what's sad. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know, y'all. I just can't deal with it. That's why I haven't been streaming because I just don't feel like dealing with the amount of headaches. You already know I don't like to lose, but the amount of headaches I have dealt with these past couple of days on this game, it's just not worth it for me to stream. That's why I've been streaming MLB with my girl Chen Bayu, who is now in the AAA. If y'all been paying attention, which I might stream later on tonight. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see. I have I got a retwist coming up tomorrow, so I'll see what's going on. Right. Also, my brother's birthday is tomorrow, so shout out to Big Bro. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, almost on status type. You know what I'm saying? But look, man, I'm out, y'all. Let me know how y'all feel in the comment section. Y'all got to be better, bro. Y'all got to be better. Like I said, I'm tired of seeing people just stand around, do nothing, and watch the team struggle. Help the team. Play your role. Shoot the ball. Play some defense. You're not a pass first player when you have 90 shooting and 90 finishing. That's not how that works. I'm out of here, bro. Be better. Please.